I brought along with me about 500 little vampires. These are the yellow fever mosquitoes, which are also the key vector of the Zika virus. So let's talk about that for just a moment here, Michael. I think with climate change, in a warming world, there are a variety of effects it will have on insects. Number one, what we're seeing now is a movement from the south to the north. More southern species of arthropods, ticks, certain other pests that we have are now moving more north. They're expanding into our range, into our habitats here. Things like the Lone Star tick, which used to be relatively rare, we're now finding this to be more common in my observations than things like the black-legged tick. So we're seeing a northward migration. These are actually quite incredible. If you can you have a peek in here? All right, now we're going to give them a little bit of carbon dioxide and watch what happens. Fundamentally, they're tracking carbon dioxide and lactic acid, nanol, and some aromatic compounds. And it's this unique blend of compounds that people give off that make one person an attractor and someone else unattractive. Anything you can do to exclude these stink bugs from your home, that means to caulk, get up in the attic, put in those gable-end window screen vents. That'll keep them from entering your home. That's going to cut down on the problem next spring. But as these things emerge, you can either simply vacuum them up with a dust buster, get them in that vacuum, dump them out in a plastic bag. You can either, what I do with these guys, once I've got them in a plastic bag, I'll throw them in the freezer for 2 weeks. That's going to take care of them. They will not withstand cold very well this time of year. And then I just add them to my compost. This is a beetle called the emerald ash borer, and it's been responsible for the death of some 100 million ash trees throughout North America since its introduction and detection back in the early 2000s. It's now very common here in the DMV. I've been on the C&O Canal the past 2 weekends, and there are literally scores, if not hundreds, of magnificent ash trees that are now being killed by this invasive insect pest. So this is generally considered to be the #1 pest of ash trees in both the built environment, places like Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, but also in our natural forest. So this is a real bad performer.